What's going on, y'all? I'm Czar, and in this video, I'm going to answer the question, is the PreSonus Atom worth it in 2024? So we're asking this question because the PreSonus Atom is on sale for just $99 until the end of August 2024. And this is PreSonus's 16-pad controller that has been around for a while. This was first introduced November 2018. It's now 2024, so we're 6 years later, and the product is still being produced, although I do feel like it is due for a refresh, and we'll talk more about that later. But at $99, is this still a good purchase in 2024, even though it's over 6 years old? Now, this isn't going to be a review of the Atom because I already did a review on this in 2019 after I purchased mine. And of course, I'll have a link in the description if you want to check it out, learn more about it, or pick it up. But let's talk about this. So $99 right now for a 16-pad controller for Studio One. Is this worth it? When I look at other products on the market that does what this should do, none of them tightly integrate with Studio One as this does, which is kind of a duh. But if you look at things like I think the Akai MPD 16, I think it is. It's a 16-pad controller. It's $120, but you don't get the transport controls. And I really haven't been a huge fan of Akai products for things like controlling Studio One and pad controllers, just because I find that there's just so much customization that I have to do to get it to work with Studio One, specifically talking about like Impact, whereas of course it should work well with like the Akai MPC, I forget the name of it, but the MPC software. But if you're looking for something that's going to tightly integrate with Studio One, it's got to be the Atom. Nothing else does what this does in its price range. Now, if we look at a refresh, what would a refresh possibly look like for the Atom? Well, in my review, I mentioned some things that I would like to see. So with this, I would like to see some, I think they're called scribble strips, or just, something under these four knobs that will tell what each of these knobs are controlling. Because I don't use this as much, but when I do use it and I go to use those top four knobs, I forget what they're controlling, and I have to just turn it and see what it's controlling. So I would like to be able to see what it's controlling. And I would like for this to be able to mute the pads in Impact like I can with the MPC. That's something I definitely want to see. Another thing, the navigation buttons, we've got up, down, left, and right. I would prefer just a almost like a D-pad controller, up, down, and left and right, just versus the way this is laid out here. But to answer the question, is it worth it in 2024? I certainly think so. I don't see anything else that does what this does in its price range, especially for the simplicity that this brings, which is the reason that I purchased one. I kind of wanted to get back into making beats, and I purchased a Maschine Micro, and it was just too complicated for me. It was kind of cool, but I just did not have the time to sit and learn Native Instruments ecosystem and just the way around the Micro. It was just too complicated for me, where this was just dead simple. Plugged it up, jumped into Impact. It color codes the drum kits in Impact, which is really nice. The kicks, snares, cymbals, all of them are different colors. If you put it on an instrument, you've got the yellow pads is going to be your white keys. The blue pads is going to be your black keys. Makes it really easy to use. So definitely the integration this has with Studio One by far is a pad controller. There's just nothing else on there. And it's really nice that you have transport controls on here as well. Now, if for whatever reason you just didn't like the Atom and wanted something else, Nectar has really nice integration with Studio One, as I like their MIDI keyboards, but they don't have a pad controller in this price range. I think I think it's Nectar Beat Studio or something like that. It's like $400. So again, not in this price range. But that's my thoughts. I do think that this is still worth it in 2024. I do hope that PreSonus updates this soon, because I do feel like it is due for a refresh and can become even better. And hopefully we'll see that soon. We're getting towards the end of the year. I don't know, we have NAMM coming up in the next, 4-5 months? Maybe. We'll see. Now, even though I say that PreSonus hasn't been at the last few NAMM, but that doesn't stop them from putting out a press release, saying that we've got new products. But definitely hope to see this updated soon. But definitely comment and let me know what y'all think. Are you using the Atom? Do you still think this is worth it in 2024? Especially at $99. The original price at $150 for what this was, I did not want to pay $150 for it, so I waited until GearFest 2019 and I purchased mine for $99. So I was still able to get mine for $99, which I think is a fair price for this. $150, nah, I didn't know about that. Didn't want to spend $150 for it. Let me also talk about what's included with this too. You do get Studio One Artist does come with this. I don't know. Now, when I purchased it, it came with some MVP loop sounds. I don't know if that's still the case, but I think you still get the, I know for sure it comes with Studio One Artist, and it also comes with Ableton Live Lite, and it also has integration with Ableton Live. Not sure how well that works because I'm not a Ableton Live person at all. Tried it, couldn't get into it, but if you use Ableton Live, this does come with Ableton Live Lite as well as integration with that as well, which is pretty nice. All right, but let me know what y'all think. Do you think the Atom is still worth it in 2024? And especially, do you think it's worth it at this sale price going on right now at $99? Again, I'll have a link in the description if y'all want to check it out, learn more about it, or pick it up. All right, if y'all enjoyed this video, I appreciate a thumbs up. And if y'all want to continue to see content from me, then y'all know what to do.